Hello my fellow people, another video, another day. Pulled out 2 G's this week. We're gonna pull out another 2 G's next week. We have 2 evals running up right now. I'm with the king himself right here, Aiden the man right here. What up? It's the G, I'm with Bea, the G. We outside, we're about to go where? To your crib.
You're going to Top of the Rocks, West Palm Beach.
That's right, that's right. Bro, my man Aiden, he's about to be making bread next week. He's got a lot of clients in the fucking joint. She's got the Owala. What is this?
This is like shimmer body oil. It's great.
Yo, she's putting you on. But we're about to run it up.
If you need any insurance, you like.
What is it?
John, I got some sunglasses for you tonight for the.
You can contact bea.chavez@goosehead.com.
That's right. That's right. And she's so serious about it. What did you bring today?
I brought my business cards in my purse.
That's right.
Wait, here.
Because she's a businesswoman and she's about to get more clients tonight. Oh, that's right. Bam. Damn, bro.
How you doing, bud?
How are you?
You doing good?
Nice to meet you, bro.
Giovanni.
John, nice to meet you, bro. What do you do, bro?
Get your phone. Grab your phone.
I used to do online marketing.
Grab your phone.
Damn.
How you feeling, man?
Feeling great.
Little.
Who's winning today?
Colombia!
Your boy's here in West Palm Beach. We'll just squat out.
What up?
Bea.
We just had
And
a Cuban driver, and John and I.
My friend fell on Moxie's in Fort Lauderdale and literally shattered glasses. I thought she broke her spine. Yeah. Jenna Destro. Where's Jenna? Let's go.
don't worry. I'm making sure. Don't you fucking worry. Because the content is here, and this week on Monday morning, I will make a fucking trade and it will make you motherfucking money.
And Colombia's gonna win tonight.
That's right.
Because I bet on them, and Aiden did too.
I'm about to run to the stairs.
Dollar. I may be a personal trainer, but hard work fucking pays off. I might be drinking, ounce is key. Hard work fucking pays off. Balance, baby. Make sure you're training 5 to 6 days a week, bro. Cardio around 5 to 6 days a week too. You can drink and still look buff, lean, and fucking strong as fuck, baby.
What's up, everybody? Today is another day, and it's currently July 8th, 2026. Welcome back, guys, for another video. And today, I'm going to be doing a market review on what happened on today's price action on July 8th, 2026. We're getting closer to the regular year until the, until fall. We're getting close to August. And we're going to discover different price action. But right now, what we need to focus on is on this. This summer price action actually hasn't been so bad as in previous years. Because for me, like personally, I think it was worse. But forget about all that. Today, I'm going to be talking about what I did in the market today and how I approached it. So first things first, I'm just going to delete everything. This is what it looks like, right? So first things first, I'm looking for a pull on NQ. I try to find it, and I'm looking at here, and I see the clear pull from there to there. It's just the most clearest pull that you can have on NQ, right? So I pull it, and I see that I think I get in Sorry, let me apologize. I don't have it perfectly measured there. I have it there, and we basically edge the fourth. But when I go on ES, right? I go to ES, and I change it. Sorry, what just happened there? Okay, there you go. When I go on ES, and I delete everything, and I pull again, right? I struggle in finding something to pull, I'll be honest. And I usually pull things on like the 1 minute, and I'm starting to pull from here and it's not working. So what do, right? I go to a higher time frame. Okay. All right, as I was saying, usually I'll pull something on the 1 minute, and on ES, I was struggling to really find a good pull. And so what I started to think, and what I usually try to think, I mean, I tried everything. I was like, dude, what do I do? Like, I was starting to get a little nervous, although this is not the full bottom of it. There you go. Let me fix that. And I started to get nervous. I was like, this isn't working, right? So my only other alternative is to go to the higher time frame. So I went on the 5 minute, and I did see that, you know, this could have worked. So I tried pulling it from there to there, because that was the most clear pull. Still not working, right? So I'm like, dude, what the hell am I gonna do? You know, like, I don't have anything clear. Even when I pull things like from here to there, maybe I think this one may actually work. It actually bottom ticks. Wow. I didn't use this. It also edged it, so I wouldn't follow it because it edged it. But it's always you having to work out things when they don't. So today, you know, I didn't use the 5 minute one. But when I saw that, when I went on the 15 minute and I looked at the pull from the high to here, I immediately thought like, oh, we got something juicy. So I used the high to this, and I saw that we had already hit the fourth here at this time. The issue is that now that I'm looking at it again, it's really interesting to look at because we already had hit it at like 6 in the morning, right? So you think it would have to take it out and whatnot. It had hit it at 5:15 a.m. and I wake up at around 7 o'clock, so I'm on the charts by like 7:20, 7:15 to 7:20. So I'm here. I get in around this time here after we hit the fourth deviation zone here. So I'm already looking. I'm like, oh, nice. We already hit this fourth zone, right? So let me go and pretend that it's like 7:17 around that time, right? And I saw this. I saw this happening, right? I saw that we had like this weird price action happening here on ES. I was like, this isn't where I usually enter. I don't enter on ES, but sometimes I wish I do. Or I wish I did, because on Tuesday I didn't enter on ES and I got stopped out on NQ because NQ decided to, you know, truly discorrelate from the other pair, which is ES, and just stop me out completely. I didn't trade yesterday. I didn't like the price action yesterday, but I did trade today, and it turns out, in fact, that waiting and taking a day off and coming into the market and seeing that you see something that you liked and you waited for another day to trade for another opportunity is the best thing that you can do, because it will save you so much money in the long run, and it will make you money in the long run, right? So I saw this here, and I was just like a little iffy about it because I thought we would have to take this out. But usually on ES, once we hit the fourth standard deviation zone, we're not coming down here to engineer liquidity. ES doesn't technically like to do that, but what I do see it doing that on is on NQ, right? So mind you, I'm seeing this, so I'm automatically bullish here. I'm ready to long, not only because we hit the fourth standard deviation zone, but we are so elongated, we are overextended. We have short for such a long period of time that the market needs to rebalance, right? Now, these are things that get me really nervous. Of course, previous day low, it might block us from going above, you know, this overextended price action. So let's go on, let me exit out of this, and let's go on NQ, and I will show you where my execution was on NQ, right? Let me get there. Cool. So like I said, I marked out on the 1 minute. It somehow kind of worked out better on NQ. Like the fourth was lining up. Even while pulling it on the 1 minute, you could see that it's close enough to the fourth standard deviation. But if it already hit it on ES, then take your opportunity as long as there is obvious liquidity. But today, it wasn't truly that case. There was really only a few options that could happen, because when I did look at the 15 minute, since we didn't hit the fourth standard deviation zone, I was of course looking for liquidity. I've always said that. In all honesty, I didn't even realize, because I was just there, like, you know, it's in the morning. I'm like, oh fuck. I didn't truly like go and mark this out. But if you truly want to get nitty gritty, then you can. What I saw was that we hit already the fourth. We reacted on the fourth on ES, and I liked what I saw. And based off what I saw here, like, I thought that we needed to hit the fourth, but since we, like, I keep repeating this, it already happened on ES. So now you need to just anticipate a move, and wait for an OTE setup. Literally all you got to do. So I'm here, you know, it's around this time, and I'm seeing that we already low key, like, we OTE'd here, we OTE'd here in this weird price action. If you want me to be honest, I hate this. This area right here, like, to mark out for OTE, looked disgusting. Again, it did OTE, right? Truly, I don't want to see us going lower than that, because then we're just going to pitfall down. Then we're going to go and take out all this, like, other lows that we have on, like, whatever. I have to go in a higher time frame, but there's other lows that haven't been taken out in, like, in the previous month. It would have just pitfall down. If I saw us go, like, under this, then we would have had to wait for market opening to truly catch some sort of move, and it just would have been so volatile because we're so close to the previous month's lows that it was just better to anticipate and to expect the last straw of this entire overextended move to eventually rebalance here. So that's what I was thinking. And so since I saw that we already OT'd here, I completely disregarded this area, and I used this new low as a protected low, and I used this here. And as soon as I saw that we came into OTE here and we SMT'd and we had like a good wick that I can use as a rejection block, I decided to take an entry. And so I did do just exactly that. I waited for us to hit at least OTE of the zone down here. And here it happens, right? So I'm pretty sure I enter prematurely here. I'm literally, what is this shit? Okay. I enter here. I use half of a sizing. Here I decide my stop losses at the bottom. I don't think I actually entered here, but we're going to anticipate that because the SMT has to form here. I did see an SMT form here. So I use this low as this rejection block on the 1 minute time frame as a rejection block. So anything going under it would be protected. Like, it's better to think that way because then your stops are going to be a lot tighter. And as you can see, it is pretty tight. Like, you barely have a stop, $105. So definitely in this trade here, and I get wicked out. And look what happens here. So this is the reality of it, all right? I'll think that, oh, it's cool. No. Look at exactly what happens here. We SMT'd right here, and I re-entered off of getting stopped out on this one, and I used this rejection block instead because we SMT'd. Obviously, this happened so fast, but that's what happened with me today. If I had posted my market executions, you're going to see that I got stopped out like twice, and my third trade eventually worked. And this is me being transparent, but you can see it happening. I have it on like 3 times speed, but you'll see that this SMT here formed, you then enter. Here, I'm making mistakes already. You could see the real transparency and why I'm actually making mistakes in the market anyways. I didn't wait for an SMT to appear. I didn't. What happened? I got stopped out. You can see it here. I'm a human, you know, like I'm going to make mistakes, but as long as your risk is good and it remains consistent, you're going to make money. So you need to be disciplined. Here, what happened? What happened? Why did I get stopped out on that? Because there was no SMT. None whatsoever. That's why. We came into everything followed. We were in the 4th standard deviation zone. We had OTE, right? The range was overextended. We're expecting us to at least rebalance somewhat. But what did we have? An SMT. So that's the moral of the story and why I tend to lose. And it's because I'm not waiting for that SMT to appear. If I had just waited for that SMT to literally appear here and just have that rejection block, my stop would have been 10, 11 points. Beautiful. Right under the rejection block, right under the SMT and the rejection block. And plus we're an OTE. And plus we're overextended. And then you could target all this other shit here. I'm going to be honest. I don't know what my entry was, but we'll say it's this. Definitely not 7-point stop. I had like a 10-point stop right under it. And I caught about 100 points today. It's so interesting to see like how I function, and yet I still manage to lose. And it's the reality of it. You're gonna lose, and you shouldn't feel discouraged because that's a part of the process. Like, you're human and you're gonna make mistakes just like I do. So that's the important part, that you can acknowledge that. And now, like, when I look back over this video, I'm just gonna be thinking about it, because like I was low-key like, I was like, oh shit, like, yo, I look stupid. But no, it's the reality of trading, man. You're gonna lose, man. And until you sit down and you tell yourself, like, these are the kinds of mistakes that you make and this is what you need to correct yourself on, you're truly not going to make progress. Like, you need to sit yourself down and think about what your real weaknesses are. So there you go. I get impatient, man. I want to fucking press that button. With the press of a button, you're making money, you know? Like, so anyways, I had a pull down here somewhere. Yeah, I had a pull down here actually, for aiming for this actually. And I think, I don't know if I had it on too, but it's somewhere around here. And I do catch a big portion of this here. About 120 points. It just like fucking explodes into the air right here. And you'll see it happen. Boom. Right into the fucking air. Takes this liquidity out right here and just dominates the fucking market entirely. Like, insane. Insane what happened today. And it all happened in a matter of seconds. Like, just ginormous candles. But this is as easy as it gets, guys. No one's going to be perfect. You're going to see people online like doing the most diabolical trades with barely any RR. And listen, they make mistakes too. I make mistakes. But at the end of the day, as long as you keep your game plan in mind and you have a system, things will work out in the end in what you do. So thank you guys for watching. This is how I caught about 119, 120 points in the NASDAQ today on July 8th, 2026. This market during pre-market hours. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys for the next one.